On a day which began with Coach Ty Lue stepping aside with medical issues, LeBron James predictably scintillated last night, his third triple-double in 4 games. With a reconfigured club around him, LeBron James continuing to play what could be the best individual ball of his career at the age of 33, and he's on track to play 82 regular season games for the first time in his NBA career. Our Brian Windhorst examines LeBron's fitness regime in his current piece online at ESPN.com, and Windy joins us. To me, the fascinating number in your piece is, what does this gentleman spend out of his own pocket to make sure he can still do these things physically?
Between $1 million and $1.5 million a year, Bob. He has a personal trainer that goes around with him everywhere, even though the Cavs have an extensive training staff. He really, that trainer, Donnie Raymond, he brought him on 3 years ago to help his back, which he was having pretty significant back problems. So he pays his salary, pays for him to travel. His home in Akron has got as much equipment as some pro teams have. It has hot tubs. It has cold tubs. He has a hyperbaric chamber. He gets personal liquid nitrogen treatments to reduce inflammation. He is very serious about this. He's very serious about extending his career.
How is one administered
liquid nitrogen treatments in a chamber?
In a chamber. So he's got Donnie and he's got Mike doing all this.
You get in a chamber and liquid nitrogen comes around you. He's got Donnie Raymond, who helps him before games, and then he's got Mike Mancias, who's been with him for over a decade, who handles his recovery. LeBron treats this as a 365-day situation. When he goes on vacation, Bob, his trainers come with him. When he goes to China with Nike, his trainers come with him on the Nike private jet. It's part of his contract.
It's amazing because you had that amazing statistic on the expense that LeBron gleefully will spend the money. And the other stat, he's never played a full NBA season. He's played 70 straight games now, but that's astonishing when you think about it.
Yeah, he had one season where he sat out the last game, and it's not impossible that he may sit out again. But, Bob, 2 years ago, he was laying on the court in timeouts like Steve Nash and Larry Bird because his back was bothering him so badly. And he can play 82 games this year as long as he avoids like an ankle sprain because he's gotten that back fixed. And that took a lot of work, and it took some guts about changing his training regimen. And I think he's incredibly proud of it. So while the whole league says rest, 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 LeBron says, I'm proud that I can lead my team night in and night out. And maybe in that way, at age 33, Bob, maybe he's old school.
It's a consequential moment for the old school star. Ty Lue beginning a medical leave. And Kevin Love comes back after 6 weeks out and plays well last night. So all of that together as LeBron picked the team up last night. But Lue was out and there was Love.
Yeah, that's one of the things that was going on behind the scenes all year that nobody talked about, but everybody knew, which was that Ty Lue was battling this. One more ingredient to just make the Cavs situation all that more dramatic and unbelievable. But they do believe that Ty, when he gets some rest and some medication, is going to be okay before the playoffs. They think he'll recover. And getting Kevin Love back was huge, Bob. They've been getting killed on the interior. They out-rebounded the Bucks last night, and then they had their number 2 scoring option back. And there you go. They're right up there, hitting 130 points again because they've got the LeBron-Love combination. For everything this team has gone through, they still have all of their goals in front of them, and they still believe when the playoffs start, they can have everybody healthy and together.
If you're thinking about anybody, of course, you're thinking about Golden State, currently second in the West. This is a hurting team. Draymond Green leaves the game last night. Now, they're off until Friday. He'll have time to come back. But Curry's out. Durant's out. Klay Thompson's missed the last 4 games. As you come down the stretch, they're almost locked into number 2. Balancing those injuries against, it would be nice still to also get some rest.
Yeah, they've punted on chasing the number 1 seed. Their most important fact is health, and really beyond the other guys is the health of Steph Curry, because the other injuries were freak injuries. Klay Thompson, he's never been hurt in his career. Durant was a very weird injury. Even last night, Draymond Green, a strange collision injury. Steph Curry, this is something that's been bothered him his whole career. He thought he was over it. Now he's had 5 different sprains of that ankle this year, Bob. He got hurt in shoot-around one time, and that's what's so delicate about this. Their most important thing is getting Steph, his entire leg, healthy and ready to go for the playoffs, because this year, more than any of the last couple of years, they don't have margin for error in the postseason.
All right. Everybody else playing out the string, but Brian Windhorst, you are in postseason form already. Thank you, sir. Good to see you.